Welcome to CoolCare's short video on occupancy management. Occupancy management is a challenge for almost every operator. It falls into two distinct areas: oversight of the process, and that could be looking at live information on the bed status of the home or the group, funding mix and profitability, the effectiveness of your marketing, and decisions that need to be made on future marketing budgets depending on success rates. And then there's the inquiry management process. And the challenge often occur where there are inconsistent capture of inquiry detail, a lack of ownership from individuals in the home, poor out-of-hour responses, as sometimes those individuals are not responsible for the inquiry process, poor follow-ups, delays in scheduling and assessments, delegation of tasks not happening well when individuals are off shift, and ultimately, overall, it means a loss of a personal touch. The question that a lot of care operators ask is, are they sure that everything is being looked after and nothing is being missed? CoolCare has a solution for that. Customer feedback tells us that visibility of live inquiries and occupancy data, taken alongside easy management of inquiries through CoolCare, directly influences on operators' ability to improve their overall average fees and occupancy levels. Now, CoolCare is able to do this for homes and operators because the system has been specifically built for care home management. Today, we're going to talk about front of house elements, so task management and tracking. However, the system is much broader in its scope, and it covers staffing, rotas, HR, invoicing, and reporting. CoolCare has been put together by a specialist group of individuals who are part of the L&T group. And L&T group owns Ideal Care Homes, L&T Construction, and L&T Development, which design care homes. We've got over 20 years experience in care home software. We've created a system that's multi-platform, cloud-based, and exceptionally easy to adopt and install. Let's take a look at how CoolCare provides visibility of live inquiry and occupancy data. This specific user is looking at a single home and has their dashboard configured for occupancy. However, a different user could have the dashboard configured more for staffing, perhaps more for invoicing, or a general mix. Here on the left-hand side, we have a breakdown of the current occupancy in the home. So it's 57 beds out of 59. We have a percentage and we have a breakdown of the funding types. You can see that private is only 23%, so it's obviously very, very low. However, average fees are relatively high by comparison to the national average. Total outstanding inquiries and total waiting list. This specific user has a number of upcoming inquiry tasks that they need to deal with. They are red, and that indicates that they're overdue. We have a breakdown of the new inquiries that have been brought in over the most recent period that need to be dealt with by somebody in the home. These can be allocated out to this user or other users. And then we have planned admissions that are overdue or coming up in the near future or a little bit further down the line. And depending on where they are in the timeline, they will change color. Here on the occupancy management screen, we can see a breakdown as we had with the pie chart, but in data, and we have a breakdown of the inquiries, and that's showing where they're up to overall, any overdue tasks, any reservations that have been paid, average days to get those inquiries brought in. Here on our system, we have an average days of 56. However, data from clients that use CoolCare in order to manage their inquiries, it's less than 25 days from initial inquiry to actual conversion. We also know from feedback from our users that 52% of inquiries that are completed through the system are won. Overall, from start to finish, we know that our clients get 33% of their inquiries that come to them ultimately become residents, which I'm sure you agree is a good statistic. Looking at the breakdown at the bottom here, we've got all the ongoing inquiries. They're flagged up on a urgency basis. So you have red meaning they're overdue, amber they're pending, needing to be dealt with, and white further down the line, they'll have tasks that need to be dealt with. We also have a to-do list by individual, so you can allocate out tasks rather than looking at an overall view. You can have individuals having specific tasks that they need to complete in a certain timeline. Looking at one specific inquiry, we can go into the workflow and see how that improves average fees and occupancy levels. Diving into a specific inquiry, we can see how the system is used to collect information in an easy but consistent manner. Here we have the prospective resident, we have the person that has contacted the home, we have their relationship to the resident, we also have details of how to get hold of them, funding type, permanency type, and care type, all used by drop-down menus to ensure that the data is consistent when collected. I have flags to indicate that this task is overdue. So something in this particular case needs to be dealt with, and in this case, it is admission. The admission is not currently planned. Now, the system uses a simple set of rules to collect information. Who is inputting it into the system, what they're inputting, when they inputted it, who then deals with it, so a task can be allocated out to different individuals, or it could be the person that's input the information, and also when that task needs to be completed. With those 5 key points, you ensure that you're able to reduce the overall time that it takes to move a prospective resident from initial inquiry through to admission, and you're also able to increase the overall chance of those inquiries becoming actual admissions. Here we have a simple workflow in which we can see that an inquiry came in, brochure was issued, visit, an assessment, and then we have the admission. On the right hand side, we have a total log of every interaction that we've had, and that also ensures that when the inquirer or the prospective resident contacts the home, there's a log of everything that's happened in relation to their inquiry. So you're able to deliver that personal touch. It's very easy to see what's happened so far. It's very easy to see what's supposed to happen next and when it is going to happen. So that when that individual contacts the home, you have an individual responding to them, knowing exactly what's going on with their inquiry. That's a key differentiator in providing a good level of service. Again, has an overall impact on the inquiry success. And again, looking back to the overall oversight of the inquiry management process and occupancy, we have a number of different reports that CoolCare can produce. We have inquiry performance, monitoring the various metrics as time moves through the system, so average days to complete an inquiry, percentage of inquiries admitted, etc. We have occupancy as an overall metric. We have average currently weekly fees as an overall metric. Of course, that's important to managers, group level, shareholders, potential funders, all want to see this kind of data. And the system's also able to export as Excel format so that the information can be combined with other information that's taken out of the system or external information to create reports. As we've demonstrated, CoolCare brings a high level of visibility to inquiry data and occupancy data in real time, ultimately ensuring that care home managers, owners, and individuals responsible for occupancy ensure that no inquiry is wasted. We've got reports, we've got dashboards, and then on a day-to-day basis, we have consistent inquiry capture through use of forms and drop-downs. We have next event scheduling, you flag follow-ups, and then an urgency on those follow-ups is color-coded. You're able to assign tasks to members of staff, whether they be present in the home or off shift, and you can apply a personal touch, ultimately influencing your overall private fees and overall average fees and overall time to completion of the inquiry process. Hopefully that's helpful. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in contact with the CoolCare team.